Hello folks, this is Sula speaking. You're listening to another video for Teamfight Tactics. Well, this is a last look back at set 7, or specifically set 7.5, the set that had the dragon units in it. I had to do a couple more games right here at the end of the set, just because I needed like 600 more XP to complete the pass for set 7.5, get the last stage that unlocks at the end of it. And so I had to do a couple games. I did one game before this one where I came in 4th place. I was actually pretty happy with that because I've been playing nothing but set 8 on the PvE in the last couple weeks. But went ahead and played this game, and this game, well, it was pretty interesting. It was worth throwing up on YouTube. So curtain call for set 7. Curtain call for set 7. Our last look back at this set. Talk a little bit about what a few more final thoughts on this set. I know I've already done a retrospective on this set, but I'll do a little bit more of some concluding thoughts on this one, and we'll just narrate kind of what went on in this particular game. So nothing particular in mind going into this game. There was a Skarner with a belt. I thought that looked like a pretty good starting setup, so I went ahead and grabbed that. I don't know that the defensive items are quite as good here in set 7. I've really been liking the defensive items for set 8 on the PvE. But here I decided to go ahead and take that Skarner. And it looks like I'm going to get a bow, which is not quite the item that I was looking for there. But we'll figure it out. I was thinking at this point, I've got this Skarner, I've got this Vlad. Maybe we play into mages. It is a mage Namzi. And at some point, I was just like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just play that. That's one of my favorite team compositions here in set 7.5. We're just going to force Mage Namzi and see what the heck happens here. And if it goes badly, it doesn't really matter because I'm just trying to play out a game in order to get the completion of the pass for set 7.5. But I always feel like I owe it to do my best in these games. By the way, I'm trying to sell to get up to 10 gold. I can't quite sell fast enough. Should have used the hotkey, which is E. And out of these options, I was like, I don't think I want any of this stuff. The Lagoon Crown is somewhat interesting, but I don't think I want to play a Lagoon team comp. And then I re-roll. I was like, I don't really like any of these. I guess it's Golden Ticket. And my thinking is, if I'm going to go for 3-star Namzi, having Golden Ticket is actually not that bad to have because it's going to make it a lot easier to hit a 3-star Namzi. So anyway, we're looking to play into mages. For right now, I'm just going to level and slap the Zeri on the board. It actually just put Lagoon trait in play, which I don't think is going to be particularly amazing. I'm not planning on sticking with Lagoon long term in this game. However, I think that's the best I can do with what I've got right now. And yeah, it's a 2-item start. It's unfortunate I wasn't able to get up to the 10 gold on the previous round. All right, anyway, so we're up against someone who doesn't really have much of anything. They're still only level 3, and they actually have a Tome of Trait. They went for the Prismatic double Tome of Traits, which, by the way, is one of the worst performing Prismatics in the data, just FYI, for set 7. But they go for that. They have not actually pulled their Tome of Traits yet, which does make sense because it's so early. And look what happens. I'm actually going to lose, and I actually only kill 1 unit. I was like, oh, man. I'm level 4 against level 3. They haven't even used their Prismatic augment, and I'm still going to lose. It's like, oh, okay, well, that's not great, but oh well. So let's just ignore that round. I am going to get a free shop refresh here. So now I have the option, if I want to look to drop the Lagoon. I maybe should have played Lagoon a little bit longer, but I decided I wanted to get mages in. So I'll go ahead and do that because here, if I sell, I can get up to 10 gold. That was kind of the logic there. I'm also going to go ahead and make a Zerat portal. Again, the only real use that you have for bows in a mages team composition is making Zerat portal. So I figure I might as well do that right away. And I actually have pretty good odds to hit a 3-star Skarner in this game. I'm going to get the free shop refreshes with Golden Ticket. I also, if I can just find a Lux, I can get Astral Trait in play. And then I have the potential to get different Skarners out of the Astral Trait and also by getting free shop refreshes periodically. So due to that augment I've got. So I actually think I have pretty good odds to 3-star a number of units. Anyway, this fight is relatively close, but I'm going to lose that one as well to the Shimmer Scale player. They already have Draven's Axe, and they're stacking that up. So not exactly a great opening. At least the losses haven't been too bad thus far, but it would be nice maybe to win some of these. All right, I'm going to get free shop refresh again, so we'll use that. And oh, Well, that's what we wanted. We get the Silas, and we're going to find another Vlad and another Malphite, and then we get another shop refresh. So we might as well use that since it's a free one. And then we hit Vlad, and then we also hit Lux. It's like, okay. So Golden Ticket is actually doing some work here. Now, it is costing me a fair bit of econ. I'm actually going to sell the Malphites here, if I remember correctly, to get back to 10 gold. Because now that I found Silas, I shouldn't need to have Malphite, because I don't need any more Bruisers. I'm not going to be playing into 4 Bruisers or anything like that. So, yeah, sooner or later, I'm going to ditch that. And, yeah, so this is looking better. 2-star Skarner, 2-star Vlad. I've got the early Silas. Any defense, and one nice thing is I can kind of use any of the tank items that I get in this game, or just any items in general. Tank items go on Silas, AP items, Lux can hold items for a future Namzi. And yeah, like I said, I probably can use just about every item at this point, except maybe bows, but maybe I can make another Zerat portal if that happens. Anyway, this person has, they're playing into Mirage trade, I believe. Mirage is, it is duelist dexterity in this game, if I remember correctly. And yeah, I'm just very slowly working my way through this board. They actually had quite a few 2-stars. Can Lux take out the Zac? Yes, she can. Does she win? No. So again, I lose all 3 rounds, but they really weren't bad losses. So this is not the worst thing in the world. I'm going to get early carousel priority. I've only lost 10 HP. And I'm going to go ahead and be able to take a 3 gold tier off the carousel. So I'm pretty happy with that. It is a little bit weird going back to set 7 after having spent almost 3 weeks at this point on the PvE with set 8. It really does highlight some of the things that I did not especially like about this set. The Dragon units had a lot of problems. I'm hardly the first person to mention this. I think that set 7 was a pretty clunky set overall. Was definitely better in the second half of the set. But, yeah, it's not going to go down in history as one of the best sets. Also, by the way, look at this. Here I just find a Namzi right away. I was like, oh, okay. Well, that's great. We can just play the Namzi for right now. Now, I do lose Astral Trait by doing this. So there's a good argument that I should have just kept the Lux on the board for right now. But I did want to get some use out of this tier. So I'll go ahead and put the Namzi on there. And now I'm kind of awkwardly on 4 mages. I guess I could take out the Silas, but then that leaves me with very weak front line. I could take out the Silas to get Astral back in, but I think that I think this is better than that. Unfortunately, just the tier does not do a whole lot for Namzi, and I have Namzi mispositioned in this fight. Namzi's going to get jumped on right away by these Dianas, and going to do some damage, but gets bursted down, so that's not great. Then again, I was like, wait a minute, I think my tank line maybe wins this fight. Like, there isn't really very much damage on this Scale Scorn board over there. So yeah, looks like we actually win this fight anyway, even though Namzi got jumped on and killed immediately at the start of the fight. So my various tank units are going to soak up damage, and that should be enough to win this one. With Heimer, I think, yeah, Heimer actually does the most damage in the fight, which is pretty amusing there. Well, anyway, as I was saying, definitely some clunky things in this set. The Dragon units counting for 2 slots, definitely kind of annoying. So here I can pick up another Talia. I don't get a free shop refresh this time, but I'll definitely pick up the Vlad and push towards Vlad 3-star. And now I've got this Talia, but I can't really get the Talia on the board. Still, I decide the next mage that I'll put in will be... Well, the next mage I put in is Lux, but I might as well hold a 2-star Talia for the time being. So I go ahead and sell the... what's her name? The Lilia. Yeah, this is maybe a little bit of an unfocused cast. As I said, I have not been playing this set. But the Dragon's pretty frustrating. I was also frustrated with the way that after they buffed the Dragon trait later on in set 7.5, the set really did just turn into try to rush to level 9 as quickly as possible and then just play all Dragon boards, which got pretty boring pretty quickly in this set. So I actually feel like things kind of got worse in some respects as the set went on. But there was one really good thing about the set, and that is the developers just kind of left the set alone most of the time. The fact that they did not make 10 billion patch changes was actually quite good. As you see my board lose again, I was like, maybe not the best stage 2. Lost 4 out of 5 rounds, a little bit unfortunate. And then Lilia comes back in the shop, but I was like, I'm kind of hurting enough for econ as it is. I don't know that I want to pick up this Lilia either. So I wouldn't say that stage 2 went especially great, but we're kind of hanging in there. My main goal for this game is I really need to get to level 7, and then I just need to roll on level 7. Golden Ticket is actually better than you might think at first glance. The general way of thinking about it is like you get twice as many shops as you normally would, but every time that the stage refreshes, you get 50% odds for a free shop refresh. And then every time you reroll, you also get 50% odds for a shop refresh. So you get like slightly more than double the normal amount of shops. It's still not one of my favorites. As by the way, I'm getting quite a bit of gold here, but not the items I'm looking for. As I said, it's still not really one of my favorite options. And in fact, it's in the data, it's not especially strong either. But you know, it's not as bad as you might think. I'm going to go ahead and level to level 6 here so I can get Lux in. This makes my board significantly stronger. Get up to the 5 mages, and also get Astral Trait back in. Now, unfortunately, as I said, this wasn't quite what I was looking for in terms of items. I really would have liked a sword so that I could look to make an Spear of Shojin. That's Namzi's kind of core item for mana generation. She really needs that so that she casts more often. It takes her absolutely forever to cast if she doesn't have a Spear of Shojin on her. But I did get the glove. That's something. Now, if I can get a rod, I can potentially make a Jeweled Gauntlet on her, which would be quite nice. And then I'll have... So I'd like to make... Ideally, Spear of Shojin, Jeweled Gauntlet, and then like one more AP item after that. Gunblade is pretty good on her because then she's able to heal the front tank line when she deals her damage. Like keep the very weak front line. That's always the weakness of mage comps, is their front lines is not very good. But like you can heal the Skarner, you can heal the Silas when she uses her ability if the last item's Gunblade. You can also get Archangel Staff. Then you scale up with more AP throughout the fight. And Infinity Edge, if you can make Jeweled Gauntlet, is quite good too. But I can't really think about that unless I can get the Jeweled Gauntlet. All right, well, look at this. Another Prismatic Augment. I was like, I really hate the double Prismatic games. I don't even like the options that I've got here. I don't want it to be Think Fast. I guess that could be a possibility, but my reflexes are not amazing when it comes to this. And then I'd be down a Prismatic the rest of the game. I definitely did not want the Bruiser crown. I'm not going to play into 4 Bruisers. That would just be a waste. So I really have no option other than Stand United. And unfortunately, this is not a team comp that's going to be amazing with Stand United. That's because it just doesn't play that many traits. Typically, if you're playing Mage Namzi, you're just going to play into 7 mages long term. And, you know, you pick up some traits. Like right now I have 5 traits in, but this is not a team comp that plays into like 8 or 9 or 10 traits. So it's just not an amazing team for Stand United. But I still think the other options would have been even worse. Unless I was just really good with Think Fast. But I was like, no. Think Fast kind of has anti-synergy with Golden Ticket. Because what does Golden Ticket give you? Well, it gives you a bunch of shop refreshes. It does not give you an in-combat benefit. And then Think Fast is just more free shops again. So like I said, they kind of have anti-synergy. And I don't want to have double Prismatic Augments with no in-combat benefit whatsoever. That would feel really bad to have double Prismatics and neither one does anything in combat. That said, this fight goes horribly. I get a lot of units low, but I don't actually kill anything. Now, that person is on a 5-match winning streak, and they look like they're quite strong. But I would have much rather had like the +1 team size. That's what they have. They have new recruit for +1 team size. Definitely would have preferred that. Then I could have tossed the Talia on my board as well. It wouldn't have made another trait, but it would have been something. I guess I go ahead and grab the Varus here in case I want to play deeper into Astral Trait, but I don't think that's really what I'm looking for. Anyway, let's go ahead and roll here. Lux 2-star. That's nice. Then I also hit another Vlad, and I still have more shop refreshes, but nope, didn't get one there. But once I buy the Lux and the Vlad, I'm at 37 gold. I was like, let's just sell the Varus to get back to 40. I will put in Talia if I get another... once I level up, I'll put in Talia anyway to get to 6 mages. That's probably better than anything else I could put in, except maybe Zyra or Pantheon for Whisper's trait, just because that would give me another trait for Stand United value. Prismatic Stand United, 3 AD, 4 AP per trait. So I have 5 traits in, that's 20 AP. Again, not terrible, but I definitely could have gotten something better right there. Meanwhile, this person's already gone to level 7. And I was like, oh, I don't know, man. I mean, they're pretty clumped, but do I have enough damage to kill this board? I'm not sure. Namzi just doesn't cast enough without the Spear of Shojin. So, like, we're dealing some damage here. We're killing some units, but it's nowhere near enough. And as of right now, my game is not looking particularly impressive. Am I going to get knocked down to 60 HP? I mean, I am first pick on the carousel, which is nice, but I wouldn't say this game's going especially well. I'm like, all right, you know, not going great, but just hang in there, be patient. We want to get to level 7. Once we get to level 7, we can use our free shop refreshes. We're going to reroll, look to hit our 3 stars. Just be patient. Now, what I want here is a sword, but no swords on this carousel. So that's not an option. Well, the next best thing I can do is take a rod, because then it'll allow me to make a Jeweled Gauntlet. And that opens up the possibility of then making an Infinity Edge for Infinity Edge Jeweled Gauntlet combo. Not something you would do in set 8 where the items have been reworked, but this is still set 7. So the pair of them together work really well. And I will say, if you're looking to just maximize damage, if you're playing into a mage's board, again, you really want to get Jeweled Gauntlet on your featured carry, because you get AP from the mage trait itself. Anytime you get AP from traits, it's good to lean into crit chance. So that's what we're going to look to do here. All right, we do have our free shop refresh, and oh, okay, well, 2-star Lilia, okay. Well, we'll take that. And now I'm like, well, I guess the next unit in is probably Lilia over the Talia, because I need more frontline, and 2-star Lilia is going to be better than 2-star Talia. Unfortunately, I've not found another Namzi yet, and the fact that I don't have 2-star Namzi is a little unfortunate given the number of shop refreshes I've gotten. No one in this lobby is playing Namzi as well, so that's the other thing, is no one's playing this unit other than me. I'm also a little disappointed that this is a double prismatic lobby. I believe we also have really high odds for it to be a triple prismatic lobby after the first two are prismatic. Just because I kind of wanted like a normal game for what I was playing here. But it's like, no, we're going to get some wacky double or triple prismatic game here for this last game that I'm going to do on this set. So it's just like, all right, well, I guess we'll just try to figure it out as best we can. We're up against the Dark Flight board. And again, I'm going to lose this one as well. Down to 51 HP, and I am next to last in health in the lobby. So I really am running out of health here. I'm going to have to stabilize real soon, or I'm just going to be knocked out of the lobby. It's a good thing this is only set 7. If this was set 8, where at the increased player damage, I'd actually be in significantly more danger here. The increased player damage is no joke. All right, so we're going to roll, and we hit another Lux. And again, the shop refreshes are nice, but nope, not going to get any more of them. So yeah, we are on 7 Vlads, 5 Skarners, 4 Luxes, and 3 Namzis. Still, between Astral Trait giving me copies of these units and me having the golden ticket, I do have good odds to 3-star these. So it's like, can I manage to hit my 3 stars, or is my health going to run out first? Like, what's going to happen in this game? Because it's going to be a race between those two things, most likely. Even though, obviously, it's good for my econ to keep losing these rounds. I am on a fairly long loss streak here. I still want to win these rounds because I know that my health is going to get low. And like, I only have so much time for my shop refreshes to kick in. So I actually really am looking to win these rounds, if at all possible. Anyway, this one's going to get close. Oh, now it's down to just Lux and the Idis over there. Can Lux kill this Idis? I think she can with the double cast. Okay, there we go. Woo! Now, again, this does interrupt the loss streak right before the PvE rounds, right before the minion rounds. But still, again, I'm low health. I'm 51 HP. I really don't want to lose too many more rounds. And now, by the way, we get this. It's another treasure dragon. I was like, ugh. This is what they did in the last patch, right before the last patch of set 7. This is the 4 fun patch, and it's double treasure dragons. I really do not like this. I think it introduces way too much RNG into the game. I'm scrolling through. I was like, oh, okay. I had to roll a fair bit, but this is actually pretty good here because I'm gonna get the sword I was looking for. I was really looking for a sword. I'm going to get the sword, so that's going to allow me to make Spear of Shojin. And now I've got another glove, so now all I have to do is find one more sword, and I've got the Infinity Edge Jeweled Gauntlet combo along with Spear of Shojin. All right, so we're going to toss the Lilia on the board. And there we go. There's 2-star Namzi. So, and then, oh, hello. That is a Zoe. That is a 1% Zoe while playing a mage's board. So I was like, okay, well, I think I put the Zoe on the board. And I still got this free reroll, but then I was like, wait a minute. No, actually what I'm hurting for is frontline. I think it's actually better to play the 2-star Lilia here. So let's go with that. And let's stop here. I'm hoping I'm stable. So now the goal is, all right, now what we want to do is get to level 8. We need to push to 8 really quickly. I'm hoping that my comp is stable here. We're going to rush to 8, and then we'll put in the Zoe. And so now I can sell Talia because I don't need Talia anymore. I'm definitely going to get in the Zoe, and I'm never going to get to level 9 in this game. Definitely not. I will stop at level 8 and reroll there at level 8, but I'm not getting to level 9, so there's no reason to hold on to Talia, and I can just sell for additional gold over there. All right, here, by the way, look at how much more damage the Namzi is doing now that I've got the Jeweled Gauntlet plus Spear of Shojin plus being a 2-star unit. That has increased the value of this unit by quite a bit. And now I've just got one more augment. Let's see what we get here. I already know it's going to pop out, but you guys don't because this is pre-recorded footage. What are we going to get here? Well, it turns out we're going to get something really good. And it's like, oh, new recruit, +1 T-slice. Oh, I can just play the Zoe, and now I'm on 7 mages. That's what I wanted. I wanted to be on 7 mages. And now I don't have to go to level 8. Now there's no reason to go to level 8. Now I can stay here on level 7 and just re-roll for Namzi on level 7 because I've already got 7 mages in. This is perfect. We'll stay here. We'll try to roll over 50 gold. We're going to roll for Namzi 3-star, Vlad 3-star, Lux 3-star, Skarner 3-star, and we'll look for Silas's as well. Most of the key units in my comp are 3-star units. Well, some of them are. The Namzi's not 3-star, 3-cost units. The key units are going to be Silas and Silas and the Namzi, and they're both 3-cost units. So I only have one Silas, but if I get all these free shop refreshes, I can just stay here at level 7. This is where the maximum odds are for 3 costs, and actually they're very good for 2 costs as well. So I might be able to hit the Lux 3-star as well. Plus I might be able to get them out of the Astral Orbs. So that was just an amazing last augment. Letting me get Zoe on the board is just absolutely fantastic for me. And we'll see what happens here. But that is really the kind of thing that turned my game around. I do not have to sink 50 gold into leveling to level 8. I can just reroll here while still playing 7 mages, which is exactly what I want. I also get a little bit of luck here. I'm going to go ahead and hit this board, which is apparently playing 6... What is it? What is the frontline trait? I can't remember what the trait is actually called. Is it Guardian trait? I'll look at the cheat sheet. Yeah, they're actually playing 6 Guardians. And they had taken the loaded dice, but not actually used the loaded dice. So I was like, oh, I get to hit this team without them having used their loaded dice. Excellent. So anyway, now we're on 8 Vlads and 8 Skarners. So I was like, all right, can we hit these units and clear out some bench space, please? I would very much like the bench space. Thank you very much. Well, one other thing I will highlight is, again, the mage trait. Just as a quick refresher, mages cast double. That's what the trait does. I think people watching this video are familiar that when you have the mage trait in, mages cast twice. And it alters their ability power. So at mages 3, they cast at less than 100% ability power, and then it goes up. Mages 7 is 135% ability power. So they basically have like half of a death cap already when they get that. So that's, again, why the Jeweled Gauntlet is so nice, because it's amplifying that extra damage. Mages 9, by the way, is 195% AP, but that's not likely to happen in this game. I would have to get to level 9, and again, that's not happening in this game. So yeah, does not seem terribly likely to happen. Still, nonetheless, since I was able to get the Namzi 2-star in and hit some more of those 2-stars, my board is definitely stabilized. I'm now on 4 rounds in a row. Back to the middle of the pack on health. There is someone who has not lost a round yet, though, which is pretty scary. And that actually means I will be 3rd pick on the carousel, which is a little bit unfortunate. The item I want is, of course, the sword. That will allow me to make an Infinity Edge, so I'll get that Infinity Edge Jeweled Gauntlet combo. I was thinking, oh wait, it's on a Silas. I can't take it. It'll make Silas 2-star. But no, actually it won't. I've only found one Silas the entire game. So no, it actually will not make Silas 2-star. And I can just go ahead and put this on Namzi. By the way, I forget that I have an item remover here. I could have just item removered the sword off of the Silas, and then I would have had 2 out of 3 Silases, but I actually do sell this. I forget I have the item remover, which is a little bit sloppy on me. Just instinct there. But yeah, could have held that, although I don't know if I have the bench space to hold Silases right now anyway. All right, so we're going to roll down. Oh, never mind. We just hit Silas 2-star anyway, so that's nice. Of course, we do want to hit Silas 3-star, but we do have to clear out bench space ahead of time. It's like, well, there's another Silas, but I got to take Namzi. Namzi is my most important unit. I have to hold Namzi's first. There's another Namzi. It's like, can I please hit a Skarner or a Vlad? All right, there we go. Thank goodness. So we got Skarner 3-star. I mean, that's nice. And we're now up to 5 Namzis. So I didn't want to roll too far below 50. I would prefer to stay over 50 gold if possible. But I also do want to hit some of these units. And when you're on like 8 out of 9, it is worthwhile sometimes to roll a little bit lower, just so you can hit the unit and then clear out the bench space. Nice CC train from this other player, by the way. They get the Bard ult on my back line. I'm clumped up there because there are some assassins in this lobby. I'm trying to protect Namzi from assassins. Anyway, but now that Namzi's got Infinity Edge Jeweled Gauntlet, she is going to crit on every single one of her spellcasts. And she will be hitting very, very hard with those Jeweled Gauntlet IE crits. And then the Shojin generates mana and she double casts every time. So let's try to get her up to 3-star and see what happens. All right, anyway, I'm going to continue rolling here. All right, well, 6 Namzis. Come on. All right, well, we'll stop there. Stop there at 50. As I said, there's no real reason to roll below 50. I have plenty of gold here. So I can afford to be patient here. There's no need to rush. Well, as far as Namzi goes, let me just go ahead and pull up the statistics on Namzi. Namzi's ability costs 90 mana, explodes, hits its target, and explodes in 1 hex around the target hit. And right now, I'm looking on the cheat sheet. Namzi 2-star does base 270 damage Namzi 3-star does base 420 damage. So the damage goes up by about 50% if you can 3-star the unit. Also, the little fireballs that bounce outward do a little bit more damage as well. So yeah, it's a big increase if we can manage to get this unit up to 3 stars. Now, I would very much like to win this round because we're about to go to a minion round. I want a 5-round winning streak. Come on, can we take down this Yone before it goes off? Come on, Namzi. Oh, Namzi did not get that last cast off, and not going to be able to finish this, am I? Oh, that's going to cost me an awful lot of money, isn't it? That could have been a 6-round winning streak, but just barely came up short. Namzi needed to get off one more cast. Now we're going to get the double treasure dragon. And once again, I was like, man, I really don't like these treasure dragons. There are some potential things here, like Trap Claw or Banshee's Claw is not bad. Another Zerat, not bad. Morello's could go on like Lux or something. But I was like, no, I want more frontline items. And then I see this. I was like, oh, okay, well, we can take this. This is Warmogs plus Protector's Vow plus a Bramble that can go on Skarner. That's not bad. I really was looking mostly for defensive items, so we don't want to put double Brambles on Silas. That's a waste. So go ahead and do this, do this. All right, then that's not bad, especially if we can manage to 3-star the Silas. Plus, we got the training dummy. Now, I later learned that every single person got a training dummy, but at the time I was thinking, hey, I've got more frontline. That's nice. Now we'll go ahead and roll, and hey, there we go. That's 3-star Vlad getting there. And now I'm close enough that I do want to roll down and see if I can hit the 3-star Namzi. Everybody's board is going to be spiking here, so it's worthwhile to roll down and try to hit these units. Plus, what am I really going to level 8 for anyway? There's not much there for me, so we're now on 7 Namzis. It's like, come on, 8 Namzis, come on. 8 Silases, or 7 Silases. So I'm going to keep rolling, but I do stop at 10. I was like, I got a long way. I got all the way up to 8 Namzis and 7 Silases, but I do feel like I need to hit these units. I need to hit them soon because other people's boards are going to be spiking. I'm fortunate that this person is playing Shimmer Scale, and they're kind of like transitioning their board. I'm actually a little bit lucky. They just put the Diamond Hands on their Zoe, and that managed to keep the Zoe alive when she would have died. So, like, this is a close fight. Come on, Namzi, I need one more cast. Lux is on it. Lux managed to take out the Zoe before that Crown of Champions could go off. So, yeah, that's the 9 Shimmer Scale player. Now they've got this Idas, who is extremely tanky, and has the Dragon's Claw to protect against magic damage. But in overtime, we can win that round. We would not have been able to win that round outside of overtime, but we get it there where healing is reduced, thankfully. All right, again, we're still looking for that last Namzi. I'm on 8. It's definitely worthwhile to try to roll and hit the last Namzi, so come on. Come on. Come on, we just need one more. One more Namzi. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, and there's even a Zoe in the shop as well. All right. Now we want to go to level 8, and at level 8, maybe we can find Zoe 2-star, and then we could put in one more unit, probably another Whispers unit. Maybe we play Pantheon or Zyra, just so we can get that shred on the enemy team. But I had to hit this unit because, again, people's boards are going to be spiking, and I want to make sure I'm strong enough to deal with people's endgame boards. It's a triple prismatic lobby, so everybody's got like some pretty strong boards. Stronger than usual, thanks to everybody having all these extra units. Anyway, this person is going to be playing, I guess they have Guild Zaya back there, but we just delete the backline instantly with one cast. Very, very good job on that Namzi. These fights do have a fair amount of RNG based on where Namzi casts. Sometimes Namzi casts and doesn't really hit anything. Sometimes she takes out the carries with one blast that hits the backline. And yeah, just a little bit hard to predict. So the base damage from Namzi's ability is 420, and then that gets fed through all the different multipliers. I don't know exactly where it ends up, but she's probably doing around 1,000 damage, something like that, after being fed through all those crit multipliers and the additional ability power that you get for being on 7 mages. I don't know why it took me a minute to think of that. Well, there is a Lilia in the store, but like at this point, Lilia does not seem very likely to hit 3-star. And honestly, my goal is to get to level 8 so I can play the extra unit now. So I was like, I don't think I'm going to hit Lilia 3-star in this game. That seems pretty unlikely. So I'll just pass on that. Of course, maybe if I could also find like a Bard or something, or Soraka, maybe I'd play them at level 8 as well. But those units are still kind of tricky to hit when you're only level 8. Like I get the +1 team size, but I still only have 4% odds to hit those units at level 8. So I was thinking it's probably going to be the Zyra on level up. All right, so this is the person who's playing the Duelist team comp. I believe that they have 8 Duelist in, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe not. They're on 8 Yones, so they haven't quite managed to hit them. There's actually 2 people playing Duelist, 2 people playing Mirage in this lobby. I can't remember which of the 2 this one was. But they're getting close to level 9, so we'll see. Darkflight player, by the way, is on, I think, 7 Swains. So they're getting kind of close to Swain 3-star. Really hoping that they do not manage to hit Swain 3-star, because that would be pretty bad. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. Now here, there's some interesting options. There's a Bard here, but I was like, wait, there's a Mage Hat here. That opens up the possibility to play 9 mages, and no one's going to want that other than me, right? Like, no one else is playing mages. Like, okay, yeah, we'll take this. That's 9 mages, plus it gets me to 8 Silases. It's going to pop off Silas. He's already a mage. I can put the mage hat on Skarner, and then I just have to play 1 more mage. And if I play 1 more mage, that's 9 mages. So who am I missing? I think I go ahead and look right now to see. Wait a minute, who am I missing? There's the mage hat. So go ahead and put that on Skarner. That gets us to 8 mages. And I was like, oh, it's Talia. I'm missing Talia because I sold her. I was like, oh, yeah, I sold Talia because there was no way I was going to play her. I was like, well, now I just have to find a Talia and stick her in. So we go to level 8, play Talia, and boom, 9 mages. And that's our board. So now I'm just hoping I can survive long enough to get there. Now I am on kind of a modest winning streak here. But again, all these boards are pretty strong here in the late game. There's a Zephyr, but fortunately it does not manage to hit Namzi, thank goodness. Also get a nice Zoe in vulnerability there. But I remember what I said about how Namzi kind of can be weird in terms of her targeting. She kept targeting the Swains in the back line and not quite killing them, and she ignored the Diana that was right next to her. So that's really sad. If she just targets the Diana, we win this fight pretty easily. Because, like, look how long Silas is tanking for here. Silas is tanking forever. But no, Diana walks up and just kills Namzi in the back line, and then we're going to lose this fight. I was like, jeez. If you had just targeted the carry on the enemy team instead of the unit that was right next to you, just kept ignoring the unit that was standing literally right next to her. But yeah, that's going to result in a lost fight. So lobby is starting to shrink down here. There's 5 of us remaining in this game, and it's definitely getting tight. Everybody's close on health. So I'm, again, hoping that I can hang in there and that I can get to level 9 or level 8. I'm never getting to level 9. Hope that I can get to level 8 and get up to 9 mages, because that is a big spike if you get to 9 mages. It is a chase trait that is very hard to get to, but this is a game where we actually do have the possibility to do that. All right, we're up against another guild board. This is a guild Xayah board, guild plus Ragewing. They actually do have 8 guild in, and they have a Shyvana and a Bard. This is a team comp I spent a lot of time playing as well in this set. Now, what I really need Namzi to do is just focus the Xayah in the back line. Just cast and kill Xayah in the back lines. Instead, Namzi keeps casting at tanks, and yeah, the Xayah was healing to a ridiculous degree because Xayah has a guild emblem on. And so Xayah just kept healing and healing and healing, and we were never quite able to finish that unit off. So we lose another fight. And as good of a game as this has been, I'm still, last place in health in the lobby. 18 health. If I have a very bad loss, I can be out of the game on 1 more loss if it's not a particularly close loss. All right, well, good news there. There is a Talia in the shop, and I now have enough gold to get to level 8. So here's hoping we can get to level 8. The minion round here is not going to give me anything very useful. It's going to give me a Hurricane, which is like, not the item I wanted. Where's my Reforger? Where's my, I should have played Lagoon long enough to get my Reforger at 50 Lagoon stacks, but no. Going to be a pretty useless item here. If this were set 8, it would be an Anvil, and I'd have my choice of 5 different items. But it's not set 8, set 7, and we have to make do with what we've got here. All right, so that item's a miss, but again, I found the Talia. That's the unit I really wanted. And so now I'm really just looking for Zoe 2-star. I guess Talia 2-star as well. And then I guess, I hit Silas. Okay, I forgot I was looking for Silas too. That's also quite big. And I should be picking up the Lilias, because why not? It's like the only other unit that I might be able to hit 3-star on. I'll go ahead and put this on Lux, because Lux is another 3-star unit. I guess I could put it on Zoe, but I think it's better on Lux 3-star than Zoe 1-star. And I actually still have another reroll here. I might as well use it. Might as well use these free rerolls. Okay, did not hit anything else. But we got the Silas 3-star, and that's a big deal. And we've also got 9 mages. Yeah, 9 mages is a really big deal, because it is so hard to hit 9 mages. So I mentioned before that Mages 7 is the double cast at 135% AP. Mages 9 is 195% AP. Again, 195% HP. That's more than a death cap on every single unit. Death cap is, I think, 70 or 75 AP, right around there. So it's more than a death cap's worth of value. It's like a death cap and another rod's worth of value. And every mage casts twice. Also, every single unit on my board is a mage. So every unit casts twice with all that increased ability power. I just wish I had, like, in place of this... Oh, and I do have Stand United as well. Now, I don't have a lot of Stand United value because I only have 6 traits in, unfortunately. But still, 6 traits times 4 AP per trait. That's another 24 AP. So add those together, and every unit is at, what, 100... what they get... 195 from Mage Trait, and then 24 from Stand United. So that's almost 220 ability power, 219 ability power. And then they all cast twice. I mean, okay. Yeah, like I said, that's pretty good. By the way, you know what else is pretty good? This person just hit Swain 3-star. Yeah, and they've got Woodland Charm, so it actually gets doubled. Now, we actually killed the clone, so we might actually be able to win this fight. Now, if I just had some kind of anti-heal, unfortunately, I don't have any anti-heal on my comp. It's kind of my one weakness. So it's like, oh, can we finish this off? Oh, we got the Swain so low. But no, and as soon as Namzi dies, we're going to lose this fight. I was like, you know, if I had gotten a Sunfire Cape or a Morelos, we would have won this fight. But no, we are going to end up losing this. I was like, man. But it's a close loss. Excuse me, it's a close loss, so I don't get knocked out of the lobby. I'm still alive on 6 HP, but now I'm down to last in the lobby again. I was like, oh my god, I feel like my board is so strong. Am I going to lose here because I hit a 3-star Swain? Like, is that what's going to cause me to get knocked out of this game? Well, I do hit this 2-star Zoe, so that's nice. I'd really like to get some items for Zoe now. A Shojin for Zoe would be amazing. So anyway, now I'm going to be up against the Xayah board again. I would like to see if I could get the Lux positioned across from the Xayah so that her projectile will ideally go and hit the Xayah in the back lines. And we'll go ahead and, I don't know, this looks like decent positioning. So this board is pretty strong. They've got a 2-star Shyvana, and she rolled double death caps. Oh my god. So her Fire Breath is going to hurt like crazy with whatever it hits. I'm going to need some very good casts from my units. Bardol's going to go in as well. Some nice Zoe double casting there, though. Oh, look how low the Namzi gets, but she's going to get off one more cast, and oh, wow, was that close. Namzi was on like 2% HP, but managed to get off one final double cast to kill the Shyvana. And I think we've got this from here. I do not think that the Zippy can survive against this. I don't think the Zippy can ever kill the Silas. So we do need to win this. We can't have this go to overtime and get a double knockout. So, all right, we are going to win this bout. And oh, the Swain player is out of the lobby. Yeah, the Swain player is actually gone. I don't know who beat them, but somebody knocked the Swain player out of the lobby. So yeah, Swain 3-star is done. That was the worst matchup for me. Now I've just got these, what is it? Got a Mirage 6 Warrior build, and then I've got the team I just beat that was 8 Guild. So, okay, I think we can do this now. Anyway, I have to choose the Jeweled Gauntlet for Zoe. I think it makes sense. I want Zoe to crit on whenever she gets her ult off. Arguably could have put this on Lux as well, because several of Zoe's spells actually don't deal damage, and therefore the Jewel Gauntlet doesn't do anything. So arguably that this could have gone on the Lux as well, but I did have to put it on Zoe. Now it means that if she actually fires her laser, it's going to hit like an absolute brick truck, because she has 9 mages plus Jewel Gauntlet. Yeah, there was an argument for putting that on Lux as well. Anyway, I appear to have the 6 Warrior board. This board's got a 2-star, they've got scoped weapons with the Yone in the backlines, and then Yasuo. So, pretty interesting board, by the way. The 2-star Yasuo is absolutely terrifying. Oh my god, the damage from Namzi, though, just deletes the backline. Still, Yasuo is still alive. Can we manage to finish off this unit? Fortunately, Yasuo ignored the Namzi, and so we're going to win that round. And oh, it looks like they won the actual matchup, because I was on a ghost round there. So, this is the last round of the game. One of us is getting knocked out here. And I can re-roll, but what can I really hit at this point? I guess it's Lilia 3-star, but seems a little bit unlikely. And I actually go by Lilia anyway, so I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and make one positioning change. I do want Lux to be on the left-hand side so that she's more likely to hit the Yasuo and Yone. I'm also going to move the Skarner over to the right-hand side. Hopefully the Bramble Vest will help out against these physical damage units. I guess we'll see. But we did win the last round, so let's hope for good RNG in this fight as well. I feel like my board is stronger because they have no 3-stars, and their only like high-level 2-star is the Yasuo. Again, 2-star Yasuo is scary, but I have an awful lot of 3-stars on my board. Oh my god, the Namzi crit just deletes the entire backline. And look at that invulnerability bubble from Zoe. Very nicely timed there. So the fight is actually going significantly better this time around. Was not nearly as close as the first time, but we are going to end up winning this one with the last game I play in the set, a victory on 6 HP to close it out. So what a wild game, right? 9 mages, triple prismatic lobby. What a very unusual game to have for the last game that I play in set 7. But it was certainly a memorable game. I wanted to share this one. I have 5 3-star units. Heimer comes with Domsey, so it's really only 5, not 6. But yeah, look at all those 3 stars. That was a lot of fun. Good to see. All right, watch this. Also, we're going to close out of the replay screen, and we're going to go over to the TFT pass. And there we go. Grotto of the Secret Spa unlocked. That was the whole reason for playing this game, was to unlock that. All right, well, anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed the set. It was okay, not great. Let's hope for better in the next one. Until then, take care, folks. See you soon.